We're live on the YouTubes now. And then we'll click this other thing here, go live on Facebook. Whenever this little thing goes blue. So I got to figure this out, because right now we're live on YouTube. So if someone's watching right now, which no one's probably watching right exactly now, they would see me waiting for this. And then, bam, now we're live on Facebook. Now we're live for sure.
Oh, cool, right on.
See, but what I'm going to do is there's a way to do it. I just don't know how to. I'll have like a little emblem.
Yeah.
It'll have, they might hear us talking, but they won't see me fiddling like a fool. You know, like I look all live on one thing, trying to click some more shit.
Yeah.
Big,
all good,
big
dude.
caveman with a mouse.
Yeah, I mean, you're doing good.
All right, I just realized this is episode 18, which I'm pretty stoked about, and it gets better every time. The sound's good. We're a little delayed, so if you're what people don't know is we're watching ourselves because you know it's just cool to do that, I guess. And like he sat down, and was like, I look fat.
I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't think the same thing. So,
but you know, it's different in person. He looks better straight on. It's the angle. But I'm on. We made it to episode 18, and I got a good buddy of mine. You have those friends when you're like, you get to work and you meet a guy and you're like, he's cool as shit. You kick it, you're laughing, but you don't ever like after you quit that job, you really never see the guy again. Yeah. Somehow, me and BJ have there'd be a year or two we never talk, losing numbers or something. Yeah. Before we're like internet was a thing to find.
Yeah, and
track you down. But hey, you ever heard? Yeah, give me his number.
Yeah,
and so it's been 2008.
Yeah, 2007. Yeah, 2008, somewhere in there. Yeah,
and somehow,
long time.
Yeah, somehow we kept track up until here.
Till we got to here.
Yeah, we pumped together, so I have to ride with him. Yeah. And we just tell outrageous stories and laugh like a motherfucker all the time. And now he's like
totally different.
Yeah, now yeah.
Crazy.
I wouldn't hang out with that guy anymore. Like that.
Oh,
not
no.
you.
Oh yeah.
If 23-year-old Kyle walked in the door, I'd be like, you got to leave. You're too much. I'm too much now. So.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. I look back on things.
But now
it's crazy how. You know,
and I remember back then you're talking about being a helicopter pilot or something.
Yeah, well, I'd always been in the aviation. You know, my dad and them pilots up in the Panhandle ran a crop dusting business for close to 42 years. And so from the time I was born, you know, even to this day, you know, something that's just bestowed in me, you know.
You just had to one-up them with the helicopter?
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
What do you do? I fly crop dusters. Yeah, crop duster. Can't you let go of the controls and just cruise on those things? What a loser. You let go of a control of a helicopter and you die immediately.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because I was asking him.
all the time.
Well, because I have a friend that's a pilot. He's good. He flies, I think, like smaller cargo planes type now.
Yeah.
But he had a Cessna, and he'd let me fly it with him. He'd be like, "Aren't this the rudder?" I had an idea. I mean, I knew the rudder. I knew how to. I understood it. So, but I could fly it when I was up there. I couldn't fly a helicopter, could I?
No.
You would never go, it's all yours, buddy.
Oh, no, hell no. No, you couldn't do that. That's by far one of the hardest things that I've ever put myself through, seriously.
When you're flying a helicopter, you're 100% like on point.
Well, you have to be, especially on the things that we're doing, you know.
Get your face right up in that microphone.
We're not, we're not just, you know, like day cruising, you know, like you would, and even any kind of Cessna, you know, you get up to 150 or you know, anything.
Well,
and you know, you're gonna go cruise around. I mean, you might stay low, but I mean, you're not gonna go cruise around at 30, 40 foot and be rustling cattle and letting guys shoot guns out of that. You know, I mean, there is guys that do that out of a fixed wing, but you know,
is it too slow or too fast? It's like
well, you got to go too fast in a fixed wing. You know,
and you can't like.
Yeah, you're not going to just sit there and turn on a dime. So if you're trying to, you know, kill a coyote that's trying to get away from you, you know, those guys, what they fly is a cub or a mole or something like that, you know, they got big, huge, fat airfoils on them. And you can go really slow in them things. But, I mean, if you want to sit there and hover in a helicopter, you can sit there and hover.
I should definitely bring up your I'll do it. I'm telling you, I'm still figuring this out. All right, guys, before it's all said and done, maybe not this episode, but the next one, I'll know how to exactly bring up he has some Instagram videos that are badass. Like,
I got some Instagram stuff.
It's on the Rockin JBT Ranch, all one word, all together.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, check it out. And he's like seriously 15 foot above the ground. They're hauling ass, and there's pigs that don't have a chance. Everything's dying.
That's what we do, man. That's what they pay.
It looks fun. All I want to do, I don't even care about shooting the guns. I just want I want to wear a harness, stand on the little thing, the skid, strap myself to like something and just let me just do that and just fly around or hang a little bit with a rope and just swing me, let me just fly underneath like the Army Rangers do the speed ropes where they like.
So you just want to be long lined.
Yeah, that's it. That's what it's called, long line. That is what it's called. Where they like snatch them up.
Yeah,
can you do that?
Yeah, we snatch you up, no problem.
Let's do that. And make a video.
Oh, we can do that.
And if I die, we'll get hits regardless.
Oh yeah, you
might go to prison, but
we got tons.
I'll sign something.
Well, we got lots of paperwork to do.
Yeah, I'll sign all that shit. I won't even look at it. I won't read none of it.
Well, then you got a deal.
I'll just sign that shit right away.
Yeah, hell yeah. Well, you're in there.
Can you jump out of a helicopter with a parachute?
Absolutely. Yeah, hell yeah. If you wanted to, I mean, if you're crazy enough to,
I would do it.
Oh, there's guys that do it.
I just want to you have access. You're telling me I have access to a helicopter at some point.
Yeah.
I mean, and you're down to let me dangle out of it. Why wouldn't I fucking do that? Buy a harness, a legitimate harness.
Yeah.
I'll get climbing. I'll find the right shit.
Or we can just shoot you with the net gun and you can ride in the net. You don't even have to worry about buying
You have a net gun that shoots out of a helicopter?
Yeah. Well, that's how we gather up. Guys will call us.
Whoa, you have a net gun like it's on the helicopter?
No, a guy shoots it. Shoots it.
I gotta get this internet thing working so I can look this up because there's a way I can like bring it all up. I know how to do it. I'm just not very slick with it yet.
Oh yeah.
So before I go, I'm still practicing. Once I come over here and practice, and once I get good at it, where I can it'll bring up in the corner and everybody will see what's going on. So anyway, I would like to see what a net gun looks like. It's just
just a big net gun, just like you see the police shoot and all that kind of crazy business. Yeah, and it just when someone calls us up and
can I buy one?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know why you couldn't.
Why haven't nobody heard about this shit?
What?
There's a gun. It's totally legal to buy.
Yeah,
dude. Fuck shooting guys with like a burglar. Like if it's dark and they come in, just net gun. Yeah, and you just beat the shit out of them.
Just give them a blanket
hog time
party.
like you do all the animals.
Yeah. Time. Yeah,
so
right there.
So what you do? So I'm sorry, I get a little carried away.
No.
I've never heard of a net gun. I've seen them on movies. I thought this shit was bullshit.
Yeah, no, like that old movie with John Wayne.
Is it just like a tube?
Yeah. It just looks like a gun. It's got a CO2 cartridge on the end of it.
How big's the net though? Like big enough for a person?
Oh yeah, you fit in there, no problem. And you're a big dude.
So if I was, let's say, I don't see if this is worth some money to pay. If I was at full sprint and you shot me with it, would I go down like?
Oh yeah.
It takes you to.
You're not getting out of it.
That's fucking bad.
Well, you imagine.
Well, I guess a cow, yeah. It's not going to just be like
imagine an axis deer or
especially
any of them big exotics, that are just unbelievable powerful, and you just cruise up on them dudes, get them running. Kapow.
Yeah. Before I get too carried with the crazy cool shit you got, talk about the deers because he has. I know nothing. I'm getting into hunting. We were talking about this. I've talked about it a few podcasts. I want to be a bow hunter. I want to elk hunt. But now, I just found out axis deer like 250, 40 pounds.
Yeah, big.
I was like, oh, that makes sense. They look tiny on a picture because I've never seen one in real life.
Yeah.
Like if anybody listens, it's a hunter that follows him.
Yeah.
Because you got a lot of people that follow you.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna laugh at me. I'm sorry right now if I fucking sound stupid because I am stupid about it, but I'm learning. And I'll be. He knows me. I'll be full bore in like 2 years. You guys will be like, "That's a hunting son of a bitch right there."
Absolutely.
Or he can't hunt for shit, but he tries really hard.
Well, that's anything, man. Those are the guys that are successful, man. Is those guys that just got try. That's all you need is try.
Yeah.
Well, there's lots of guys out there with talent, but if you're the guy with the try, that's what's going to make you successful, man.
But you have all kinds of deer.
Well, our main program is just typical whitetails where we've tried to stay, tried not to get into any of the untypical stuff. It was just, and how I fell into any of this before I get too carried away. This was my wife's family's project, and when her and I got married, I was like you, man. I'd hunted my whole life, but it wasn't this commercial hunt stuff, So I've had to really learn a lot too, and I'm still learning. I still get a lot of help from a lot of different people around the area that, has given me, more opportunities than none, really.
Right.
But so I've learned a lot too. I'd watch one of them big 9 points, 10-point step out, and your heart's beating so dang hard, and that's why we hunted. That's why it's fun. You've watched that animal for years, hoping that you'd get a chance for something like
Right,
that.
you watched it grow.
Yeah, I watched it grow, man. And, you finally get the opportunity to harvest that animal. You're like, holy smokes, it's the greatest feeling in the world. And then stepping into this where you're changing up, like you going on a diet to be as big as you can be. It's just total different than
Right.
this, and the feed and the wormer. And, I mean, there's just the genetics that go in behind all of that. It's just like the cattle market or the horse market or any other market.
So they're just breeding like big Russian creepy deer if they can.
Yeah, man. And it's great.
Can we give them an extra leg? Yeah, give them an extra leg.
Exactly. It's insane, So I've had to learn a lot coming in just from where I came from and the style of hunting that we grew up doing, as young kids. It's just something I've never been exposed to. But I've learned a lot, and I mean we've been blessed with some, just ideal, big, typical, big 14 points, big 10s, anything like that along those lines, those 14, 16s,
Yeah.
And
I know I knew an 8-point was big. I didn't know a 16 even existed.
Oh man,
I don't know. I'm telling you, I know not. I mean, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing.
Yeah. No, man, and I mean, it's crazy, but like right here, the typical whitetail deer is, from, you go back to before any of this stuff got started, just a wild deer, a wild 8-point deer is bred.
Big.
Well, I mean,
Because it's
not
hard to
necessarily
get that big
but,
out in the wild.
well, they're an 8-point. That's just what a whitetail deer is typically bred to be. It's just like to think of it as like, there wasn't supposed to be any other color besides brown on a horse or something like that.
Right.
And just, over time, it got to be such a huge deal with big deer that it's turned into what it has today.
Who just make some freaks.
Yeah, just make them freaks, man. And there's a lot of guys out there interested in them. We just never seen our program going that way.
Where do your deers go from? I see you got trailers and you're letting them go and Duke's chasing them around.
Well, those are the exotics that we're buying. All of our deer on our ranch on the Rockin JBT is everything that's been raised in house.
Oh, okay.
So
you're talking about the whitetail there are from there.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
All those I see are those are the fancy. That's why they're all crazy looking.
Yeah. You're seeing the fallow and the axis.
What's the best taste after all those fancy deer? It's still like taste wise. If you're hunting for food,
oh yeah,
axis is the way to go. If you had your choice.
Oh yeah, axis.
All of them.
Well, axis by far to me is the best wild game meat you can eat. I mean, right behind maybe an elk is, we've all had elk, I'm sure, at one point in time.
Right.
You may not even known it, but
I've never had axis deer. I had deer one time and it was pretty bad.
well, seeing a whitetail deer,
It was pretty bad.
Yeah, it is.
I can eat anything.
Yeah. Well, you got to, and a lot of that goes into who's cooking it and all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah.
But a whitetail game, what you're saying, is typically gamey. They're a red, they're dark red meat animal, and they don't eat grass and things like that. So they're their digest or their diet more or less is what I'm trying to say is shrubs and
Right. No nutrient dense foods.
right. And so that that
Kind of
doesn't
shitty
help.
diet.
Yeah, and
Like
so that doesn't help
you're eating
the-
a guy's like a fat,
Yeah.
diabetes ridden guy right before right before he dies. You're like, I'm gonna shoot that guy and eat him instead of eating like the 40-year-old guy that's been working out and eating greens and
Yeah,
like
someone
red meat.
like yourself. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
if
lean
you're gonna
up.
have to start eating people, shoot me.
Yeah,
Take
you
me
would.
out. I got big legs. You can. We watched some lions a minute ago. He showed me this terrible video about this. It's like, first of all, the guy's a moron.
Yeah, well, not me.
No, the guy that got eaten by the lions. He's like in the car with his family, and this has really happened on video. It was vicious.
it's bad.
You can YouTube it. It's I forgot what it was on your phone. but
Lion attack photo.
It's terrible. And he's like, they're like these little gremlin cars out in the middle of the jungle. It's the cars they're in make no sense. Let's go to the safari. What do you want to take? Let's take that Pinto. And they pack the kids in there, and they're taking pictures out of the window, which is crazy enough. And the dude gets out, just walks right up to the lion, and then just gets eaten from like literally foot to waist.
Yeah, it's bad.
And that's all that was left. So yeah, so obviously the legs are the meatiest is what I'm trying to get at. So if I'm gonna have to eat somebody, I'm like, I'm looking for a running back.
Yeah. Well, I don't think there's anything that I'm desperate enough to get a picture for, especially something like that, man. Don't get out of your car.
No.
Like
It's cool enough. I mean, I'd be nervous enough. I'd have the door like hold and locked just in case they figured it out, like how to open it and be like, I can see you through that. It's transparent glass.
I can see you. You're fine right there.
I don't like zoos.
Yeah,
I don't like zoos. They're shitty. You're putting a wild animal in a cage.
Yeah,
I don't care how nice it is, unless it's like a ranch. Like I would understand a giant area for something to live that has a hard time living.
Well, that's their native environment.
Right.
So we're not taking them out of their native
I think we should be the ones going in the boxes out to them. But in boxes. Keep your ass in the box. Or, hey, they're going to eat you asshole first.
I ain't going.
And I'm about another thing, I got to apologize because BJ's a little more, BJ is a legitimate country cowboy. Like, there's cowboy guys that wear boots and hats and shit, and they've never even stepped in poop in their life. You know, I call them cow turd eating fuckers. They just want to be like, they're just a wannabe. But he's a legitimate one, so he has probably people that might listen, and I apologize to you. I am a good person, but I do say I'm trying to keep the filter on as best I can for BJ.
Oh, Kyle, man, you're good, dude. And I think that's why, you know, you and I have gotten to be so good friends over the years, man. It's just the things that, you know, you're the guy that everyone gets to relate with, you know. Like, I can come and talk to you about anything. You know, you'd be like the best therapist that money could buy.
Yeah, let's go talk to a crazy person to get our crazy person problems figured out.
Yeah, man. You're awesome,
that's
dude.
Hilarious. Like, seriously, since BJ's been here, I've had tears in my eyes. We went and met at the steakhouse and ate steak. And from from about appetizer 1, I was teared up until this point. I just slightly laugh hard as shit. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
We like to have a good time.
Yeah.
Man. Life's too short, man. Live it up, dude.
That's the truth.
Man. If you got something to say, let's just get it over with.
That's the truth.
You know?
I'm trying to get back to these deer because when I don't understand how they're hunting and like, you know how I said I want to start hunting, but I want to be like an Indian. I want to get out there and walk around and what I'm probably going to do for like the first 10 years is walk around and scare everything off. Thinking I'm figuring something out.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you know, there's so many different styles of hunting. Like, you know, I grew up with a rifle, you know, of course, standard little kids.
I should probably do that first, probably.
Well, I mean, you know.
The first one, I should probably go. My friend gave me an idea. He said, get a rifle and pretend like it's a bow and arrow. Creep up on the fucking thing and shoot it. He's like, first of all, you're going to better shots and get a good, clean kill.
Yeah.
Because I can't shoot. That's also a problem we got going here.
Yeah, you want to get that
I can tell you, because I'm not, dude. For me wanting to be a hunter now, I want to be a hunter because like my wife's a home builder and we have to live in these subdivisions in these fancy places. I want to be able to like
Rambo some shit.
Well, yeah, like Well, I want to eat my own meat that I've killed, and I want to grow a little garden in the back. Like be as close to earth as possible living in a subdivision.
Yeah, man.
And Rambo some shit. Like I want to carry come walking in with a deer on my shoulder and blood, like my shirt off and blood just rolling down.
Yeah.
What's going on, Todd? How are the kids? What are you doing? Don't worry about it. The Axis had to chase this one down and break its antler off and stab it.
Yeah. Dude.
I lost the bow.
If you get that down, then, man, you've got everything. I couldn't tell you anything. Yeah. I couldn't tell you. You know, what am I going to say? Yeah, I can't do that. But if I could you
imagine that somebody running down, just jumping out of a tree?
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. If I could do some shit.
Did
like
it
that.
really save on like bullets and arrows and stuff?
Yeah.
Just use its own horn or antler.
I'd have a government contract or something.
See, that's how you know I don't know nothing. I called it a horn.
Well, it's a horn antler.
Yeah. Except for if anybody that's listening to on his side, if people that don't know, there you go. The dude just called it a horn.
Well, that's all right. Don't worry about it. If we're going to get that technical,
like I said,
somebody else.
All I figure you really need for hunting is, I mean, you know how there's a lot of probably there's a ton that goes into it, but just some like fuck the technical terms. Make sure you shoot really well, or whatever you're shooting, bow or gun.
Yeah.
Make sure you know what you're doing in the area you're in. Make sure you know the tendency of the animal.
Yeah.
Make sure you don't smell like a human. Be real patient. Be grateful. And then wait and just hopefully you shoot something.
Yeah, man. And that's.
I don't care if I call it a horn or if I could say they have a thumb. I know they don't have thumbs, but let's say I did. You know, who cares?
Hey, who cares, man? You killed it.
I hope I can still call them horns and one day have a picture of me like some badass elk. Now I'm post. Look at the horns on this thing.
You fun eaters.
Every time. It's a 10-horn elk.
It doesn't matter.
Does it have points on elks?
Yeah, like 5x5. That'd be 10.
Is it a 5x5 is?
Yeah.
Like with,
You got 5 on one side and 5 on the other. You know, that's the front part.
I was thinking like 5 foot by 5 foot or some shit wide.
Oh, well,
that's the spread, right?
Yeah, that's where you get your spread, and you know, like when they're saying, "Oh, that's a 310-inch bull." You know, that's the antlers or the horns that they're measuring to get that number.
Do the axes have like a certain? I don't kind of. My buddy that gave me this. This is Justin Stamper. That guy was telling me about that was the Olympic dude, whatever.
Yeah,
it's his first deer he ever killed.
No kidding.
Gave it to me.
No shit, man. That's pretty special.
So
dude.
so
awesome.
I was like, "Damn, you give it to me." He's like, "Yeah, what you have?" So,
oh, that's awesome, dude.
But he was saying, what were you talking about now? But I forgot. I got off track about this dumbass antler deal.
We were talking about inches. So you're saying like what kind of inch deer that might be, or
no? He was saying it might have been an axis deer. It was this year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what he was shooting, but he got number 15th biggest, or last year maybe, in the world.
No kidding.
He said it was weird too. Like he wasn't meaning to shoot this one. I'm gonna mess the story. He was close to the house where he was staying, like the place he was camping.
Yeah.
I think he was kind of packing it in. It was just like, and it was like right there by kind of where they're camping. He's like, this thing's dead.
Yeah.
And he took it in there, and he said right when they got in there, the guy was like, well, this is big, man. And he starts, but it's a 39-inch something. That doesn't sound like it. Sounded like it's one horn.
One horn that was.
But it's like a deer type thing. But he got number 15 in the world this last year.
Wow.
Size wise.
Jeez, I ain't never been that lucky.
I don't know if we couldn't have been an axis because they have antlers like this, right?
No, axis they're different. They're they'll have a shovel and they they go up. They'll have just one real long main beam and they'll have 2 kickers off of it.
Maybe that's what it was then, an axis.
Yeah,
I don't see. It'd probably be an axis. Anyway.
Well, either way, I mean,
honestly, if I find a deer hunt now, I want a deer hunt now because what you said, 240 pounds. I was like, so I could shoot 2 of those a year.
Oh yeah, man.
I guess probably one would almost hold you over for almost a year.
Yeah, depending on what you did.
2 would be a good.
Yeah.
How hard is it to kill an axis deer though?
Well, they're pretty elusive. I mean,
you're not going to public land and finding that very easily.
No. I mean, there is axis deer on public land. I would imagine in West Texas. This the Concho River and. There's
enlighten me to what other public land other than the Concho area is in Texas.
That's the only one. You got some around Fort Worth, DFW area. There's some public land that way. I highly doubt. I mean, I'd almost guarantee you wouldn't find an axis over there. Now in West Texas, over there, outside Angelo on their public land, the Concho River and that area right through there, Water Valley, Sterling City. That place is covered up with axes.
So I should go hunt there.
Yeah, you should.
Let's go hunt there. When's hunting season?
Why do I need to go over there?
What the fuck am I talking about? What an idiot.
You just go with me, man.
Yeah, I got Jesus Christ, Kyle. Got a race car driver on the podcast. Hey, guys, got race cars over here. We should go race those cars. Yeah, I got it. Okay.
Got one right here. Man.
Jesus. Yeah.
No, man.
But see, the thing is no offense, I'm not trying to shoot an arrow that's going to cost me. What does it cost to shoot it? Like, what's an average? Because I know it costs some money. Like, you ain't hunting no deers if you ain't got no little bit of cheddar. I mean, they're not cheap to keep.
No, they're not cheap to keep. We take good care of them, and it just depends on what you're after. If you just want to come out and just say shoot you an old average, nothing special, but I want a buck, to put on the wall. Don't have to be nothing huge. Just, my first one and,
right.
Build off of that. But I want the meat and I want a buck at the same time and I don't want to pay a ton of money for it. You can come out and shoot you one like that for $1,100.
Okay, so that's not too outrageous.
No, it's
and is
not.
that everything taken care of with that?
Yeah.
Oh, well, shit.
Show up, man. And
so you just shoot it?
Yeah, we just go out and hunt. We'll feed you, we'll put you up, whatever. You can come in that morning or come out the night before, and we'll get up early that morning, and we'll go out and get down and set somewhere, and kind of. We keep an eye on them. I mean, we
we're in the area.
Yeah, we run cameras and things like that. Because
people are paying to kill something, and they don't want to not kill something.
Yeah, we don't want to let you down. I mean, we at least want to give you a fighting chance. So, we got guys, myself and stuff, that keep a close eye on kind of where those things are hanging around, and we get you up, get you set out there, and then after that, man, it's just kind of your deal,
That'd be funny as shit. That'd be a good job, dude. So you just hang out with deer sometime. They're over here, man.
Yeah, it gets boring sometimes, though. I mean,
yeah, I guess is it hard to find them? I guess now you probably know where they're at most of the time.
Yeah, like when I first started, I mean,
all pumped up.
Oh my goodness, dude! And I got whipped on every day. I mean, I couldn't get nothing right. I just get whipped on.
They're hard. People don't realize how hard it is to find an animal in the wild.
Yeah. Oh yeah, man. I mean,
you're a level underneath them once you step in their house.
Oh yeah, man. And that whole thing's genetics. Or I mean, his brain doesn't think any other way besides eat, sleep, and survive.
Yeah.
So if you're thinking you're just gonna walk out there and come creeping up on that, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you get really lucky, and there is guys that happens to all the time. But I mean, if you want to get down, you want to hunt, you want to do it right.
It's taking time and patience.
Yeah, it's a lot of time, lots of knowledge.
You probably won't. It's like I would figure out. Like we were talking about Cameron Haynes and Green Tree and all those guys. Joe Rogan's the big hunters. You're not going to be good in like a year.
Oh no,
it's like 10 years down the road. You can start saying you're a good hunter.
Oh yeah. I mean, there's lots and lots. The the hunting world is just amazing. I mean, you got so many guys, and I mean, some of the best guys that I've ever, got to have the chance to be around are just them old timer guys, that they don't have the ghillie suits and they didn't have, they don't have all this fancy stuff that, you and I get to go out and buy today. So, I mean, their old tricks and techniques are still some of the best ones ever used,
And that's a big reason I want to do the way I want to hunt, like out there solo, trumping through the woods, hunting them down. I want to go back to because I'm going to have all the stuff.
Yeah.
But make it.
Yeah, you don't want to just go pay somebody to put you in a blind and let a feeder go off.
And
here comes a deer.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No.
That's like grocery getting. If you want some meat and you're going to get some food.
Yeah.
I mean, but you know me. It's like
right.
5 a.m, just sit in the box. I'm like, yeah, dude.
No,
we're not doing this. Not for long. I'll just go back to the house and y'all just tell me when those fuckers come back and I'll cruise over here or something.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sit here.
Yeah, you want the Cadillac hunting. I don't
want the Cadillac hunting.
Right.
I either want to be out in the middle of the shit, getting rained on, and being like, "This is miserable," and they go, oh, "What's that?"
Yeah.
I mean, and then forget that you're miserable.
Yeah. No, and that's dude. That's hunting. To me, that's hunting. And there's nothing wrong with anything because I mean, I know where I started, and this is where I've gotten the privilege to be, my style of hunting. And, lots and lots and lots of years, setting in a rifle blind, at a feeder or out on the edge of, some maize field or milo field or, whatever, growing up and, just learning like what you said, just watching the dynamics of those deer and why they're coming in there. And,
right. Figuring out what's going on.
Yeah, just figuring out exactly what's going on, not just seeing that deer and like, oh, there it is. Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Well, what's nice because I feel like the way I think about things is if I'm out there, first of all, they have a better advantage. You gave them the best advantage to win.
Oh, yeah.
So you got to be really good. And then you picked a bow and arrow to kill me with. Now you really fucked yourself. You got to be really on point. So you have to be as tuned in as they are to what's going on around. So there's nothing more. How can you be more tuned in than go out in the middle of the woods, squat down somewhere you think it's a good place to squat down that you're not, going to get seen or smelt or whatever, and just start listening and looking and being really still.
Yeah.
And like I said, you see some deers coming in through, and you watch 4 or 5, and then you let them pass, and maybe you come back to that same spot the next day, and then you go, okay, I see what's going on here.
Yeah.
There's a pattern. They got something here they like to do. You're not even killing them.
No.
You're just looking.
Oh man, you gotta
look and go.
You gotta scout a ton, and and the things that some of the opportunities that you have with anything, no matter whether you want to come see my ranch or you want to go to any other big game ranch and things like that, is those things are already taking place, before you get there.
Yeah.
And so, you're. A lot of times, a lot of people don't have the time to put in. There's in my industry, there's hunting is like number one divorce thing. It can wrap you up, man. It can be a drug.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of worried about because I'm bad about. I mean, I go in like I'm 33. I still ride a BMX bike.
That's awesome, dude.
My dad was when I was 15, and so I started riding. I wanted a bike. I I begged. He got me a bike. He's like, why do you want a bike? You're about to be 16 and be driving. You're not going to give a shit about that bike.
Yeah.
And then it's been a year or two ago. I said, man, Dad, most of the time about everything you said in life, if I would have done it, would have been easier on me. Yeah. And you were right for the most part, except for one thing. He was like, what's that? I was like, remember that bike? Yeah. I said, still ride that fucking thing, don't I? He's just like, yeah.
That's true, man. That's
I go deep, like dumb. Like, look at this podcast stuff, you know?
Yeah.
I can't.
No,
and then if,
awesome.
Also if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it, as I can.
Well, yeah. But, to go into anything,
I go deep. Yeah. So I know when I go hunting, and then I know I'm going to like it because I'm out in the woods and be in the rain and I'm going to be camouflage like an army guy.
Yeah.
Looking for something to kill.
Right.
To feed my family.
Dude, it'd be awesome, man. We're setting this up.
I want to go. I wouldn't mind just going out for a while, just like doing what I said, just going out and looking at them, just squatting on them.
Dude, that's what you need to do.
I don't need to shoot nothing yet. I mean, I can't shoot for shit. So.
Well, that's what you need to do is come out one afternoon and come scout with me, and
that'd be fun.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about anything, and you can start, learning that when you see them, and whether you're getting busted, what kind of signs they're giving you,
Right, exactly. I want to know, it's like, what am I doing wrong? How close can I get? What am I like being upwind and all that stuff's cool to me.
Oh yeah, man. You're setting yourself up. I mean, that's a challenge. That's you and him. I mean, he's not gonna.
Right.
If he finds you first, he's not going to shoot you with a bow.
Well,
but
he's gonna get away from you so fast.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's got you all day.
But let me ask you,
to win that challenge is amazing.
And to go from where I've been, because like you said, you've been hunting. Most people that hunt have been hunting most of their lives. I'm 33. I've never hunted.
Yeah.
I've shot. Well, first of all, I feel bad for killing shit. I'm a sissy, dude. Like just shooting a rabbit. I remember one time I wanted like a little rabbit, like shooting rabbit. Which, first of all, it sucks because I'm a terrible shot. So it's like
it's you against the world. Then.
Oh man! But I shoot him and I'm watching him like I know rabbits screamed. They scream.
Oh yeah.
And when they're flopping around, you're like, oh man. What? And he wasn't even doing nothing. He was just out there and
just living life. Well, and that's what hunting. You get.
But see, with hunting, I'm feeding my family, and like we said, you're shooting the older elk or the older deer.
Oh yeah.
And usually, what's going to happen is it can't find food, it starves to death and dies, which is a terrible way to go. Or a mountain lion, rips its throat out.
Yeah.
Instead of like a thud in the chest from a bullet or an arrow, and they go 2 steps and die.
Oh yeah, no, and and that's a lot of people. It's you got to be careful sometimes. Because you got too. Well, it's just sad, PETA. They're gonna pick on anyone they can, and it's
right.
and it's ignorance. That's what it is. But regardless, I mean, anything that you're gonna do, any hunter that you're gonna run into, is they're doing conservation. I mean, whether you're out sport rabbit hunting, and you're taking care of a problem.
I guess you're right. I know if you think about rabbit hunting, there's a ton of them.
Dude, they'll eat. 15 rabbits will eat as much as a single 550-pound calf in a year's time on grass.
Really?
Yeah. So I mean, it can be a problem, for your fellow ranchers and stuff. That can be an issue. But I'm not taking away from. I don't get me wrong. I drove around a lot of nights growing up.
Drinking beer, shooting rabbits.
Just shooting. Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna tell you something even worse than that I've done. I've never personally got to be doing the actual motion of what I'm about to tell you, but I saw it and I laughed the hardest. This guy, we're spotlighting, and like I can't shoot for shit. And the guy was like, "You should just do this." And I'm like, "What?" He takes this red tint screen, like saran wrap shit over the big spotlight. Okay, hold on that jackrabbit. I just hold it on the jackrabbit, and the jackrabbit's just looking right at it.
Yeah, got him blinded.
The dude runs up to it like an NFL punter and kicks this rabbit, and it doesn't move. And you hear, like, it was like a movie. You can hear slowly. I'm like, I laughed hard, but I was like, dude, that was terrible. Because, it's that you didn't kill that rabbit. You just crushed its ribs. It's slowing over there dying. But the fact that the red light made the rabbit, like, paralyzed.
Yeah.
He ran right up to it. It didn't budge.
No, you can blind them.
I'd never seen it like that in my life.
Yeah, we used to have a contest, like when we were growing up. We'd get them jackrabbits blinded like that. When we was out hunting them off of wheat and stuff. And our favorite thing to do is try to catch them.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
And so we used to have contests growing up to see how many you could catch barehanded.
That's pretty crazy.
You know,
With those flashlights?
Yeah. Yeah, we just blind them and run up there and grab them by the hind legs or their ears or something.
I watched a 30 for 30 or something about the football players coming out of Florida from Polk County, Florida, linebackers running, fastest guys that could, coming out of high schools. These guys were so poor in that area, they would run and catch cottontails with their bare hands, like chase them down. A cottontail, well, they were saying like two kinds of rabbits. The cottontails were $2, other ones were $1. But if you got a cottontail, the linebacker said, you don't give it away, you eat that thing.
Yeah, oh yeah.
This is like not very, they still do it.
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
It had videos of these dudes. These guys were kids, man, like chasing rabbits down and catching them.
You got talent.
Rocky can suck a, I'll stop because you're people. You know what I'm saying?
No,
but
that's the truth.
Rocky couldn't catch the chicken. These dudes are catching a rabbit.
A cottontail rabbit.
A cottontail rabbit, yeah.
Yeah.
It was amazing, dude. I was like, yeah, you're not getting away from that, dude.
Yeah,
You're not getting away from that guy.
Yeah, that's like a college recruiter's dream right there. If you can run down a cottontail rabbit, you're doing something.
Oh my god! And there's like just like a lot of them. That's like a thing they did.
Yeah,
but I guess when you raised like in that area, it's just become like, oh, we just chase rabbits and catch them. It's like nobody else does that, bro.
The cottontail's good, though.
The white boys over here in Texas spotlighted with red lights because we are not fast enough to do that.
Yeah, no, no.
And we're not even trying to catch them most of the time. We're just trying to punt them.
We're just punting them
because we're assholes. You know. I mean, but
yeah,
I do. Now I feel better about the rabbit. But when you shoot them and they're spinning around and screaming, that's the reason I want to get good at hunting before I get to that. I thought about doing like a hog hunt.
Yeah, man.
Just because that, I mean, I guess what sucks about animal things, like no one gives a shit about tuna, but you can't touch a dolphin. You don't want to hurt like a deer or an elk in a bad way, but you could bludgeon a fucking hog with a shovel, and no one's going to say a word.
Well,
you know, I mean, Peter's going to say anything.
Yeah.
I think they're retarded because they like.
I mean, you know, the gestation on a hog is 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days.
What does that mean?
So, like, let's just say a sow that's had a litter of piglets in, say, January. Mm-hmm. Well, by February, March, April, that litter that she had could start coming into heat. They're mature enough.
Oh.
That young.
In 3 months?
3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. So they can have up to 3 litters a year with 10 to 12.
And those litters within 3 months are having 3 litters.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, having a litter.
Well, my first experience, I've seen them all over here before.
Yeah.
I never knew what like yeah, they tear stuff up. And I was like, I don't, because I'm from here. So, so I don't know. My father-in-law has a big old ranch in Teague. It's beautiful. I think his neighbor or his neighbor's neighbor. Like ranch neighbors. I don't have neighbor ranch. That's a long fucking neighbor away.
Right.
It's Ted Nugent.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a rancher in the Ted Nugent's house.
Well,
I think it's what it is. I might be wrong. It's somewhere right there close. But
right,
anyway,
yeah.
They got a big old, so there's some hunting going on out there.
Oh, yeah.
But
there's some hunting going on.
He said anytime, he lets cowboys go out there all the time, like,
and
just kill away. I'm driving in those mules, you know, and like, we're going through these things. I'm like, this big area, it's like beautiful green grass and ponds. And also there's this area of just
a destruction.
It looks like a monster truck went there and just did donuts. And I'm like, and they're deep, man.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, doom, doom, doom. So I'm like, wait, what is this, Junior? And he was like, these are the fucking hogs, Kyle. And I was like, they did this? And he was like, they did this in about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, and I'm talking up. And I was like, he's like, so if you got farmland and your seeds in the ground,
yeah,
they destroy that shit.
Oh, they'll have that. Oh, they'll run you out of house and home. And then like you know, you look at these, like, just for instance, just out here, anyone that's doing any kind of wetland, farming like you got in St. Lawrence with that cotton, that drip system, them guys spent tons of money on that stuff. Hog get in there, it'd rip that stuff up. And
just money. And those are farmers. They don't have a lot of money.
No.
People think just because they have all that land and all that shit, that I've in the pumping industry, I've met guys like you. Yeah. People are like, why are you a pumper? It's like, because it's not what you think, dude. Yeah, I got this place, but it's a little different than what you think, bro.
Yeah.
And ranchers, I mean, these guys are farmers. I met this one guy last year, and they're big time farmers where he's from. He's like a big name. Like, you know, I guess in a small country town, that one farmer. He's like, but I'm a pumper.
Yeah.
it costs a lot of money. He's like, so
Yeah.
when shit bad happens, he's like, people like think we just all get bailed out. He was like,
No, you don't.
it's not. He's
you
like,
lose it.
because you get screwed, man. He's like, that debt adds up to the next year, and eventually they're gonna go, hey, man,
You
you
ain't
got
cutting
enough.
it.
Like,
yeah.
yeah, you might be good for 10 years, but then all of a sudden go, guess what, dude? And no one else sees that.
No.
No one sees that stress of that bad year. Those
Yeah.
2 bad years that, well, you had 3 good years.
Yeah.
Hey, leave it to a country guy to have a country. I don't even know. What would have been great if it was like Paul Wall or something. I'm like,
Oh well, don't let these clothes fool you. I get down with you.
but it's an expensive game just to run that shit.
Oh yeah. They're not just throwing out money.
So I do want to kill the hog. I do want to try hog hunting because for some reason I just feel less bad about killing those big ugly things.
Well, you shouldn't.
And people like I mean where we work, I see them piled up. They're just open game. Those people, those ranchers there. If you're driving down the road and you see one, shoot it. They don't care.
Yeah.
They don't even have to know you. You don't have to even be from Texas. They're like, appreciate it.
Yeah.
Just pile them with the rest if you can, or at least get to the side of the road.
Yeah.
So
and that's why, man. Is
well, and then I haven't. The more I started wanting to hunt and get into hunting, the more I paid attention. And I'm like, look at these piles, these giants. Like, these things are fucking big.
Yeah, they're big. Yeah, them feral hogs get big.
And they say it's like an insane amount of them. I want to.
Oh, yeah.
You can't hunt them in the daytime.
No, you can hunt them anytime you want.
Oh, okay, because my friend was like, you got to go out at night, and I was like, damn.
Well, they're smart,
Yeah,
a hog is smart.
That's why they bring the helicopters out.
Yeah, I mean, they're hog's one of the smartest animals you can get your hands on.
Right.
And so and it's hot out here too. Don't get me wrong, but if you're putting a lot of heat on them, hunting them, whatever, shooting them, making them feel somewhat out of place, they'll just flip the script on you, man. They'll go lay up somewhere and
not move.
And then they'll come out at night, or vice versa. If you're just tearing them up at night, they're like, well, these guys got all liquored up, stayed out here and shot us all night for the last couple of nights. We'll stay in bed, and they'll just flip the script on you, man. It ain't, they're smart. I mean,
But daytime's tough. You got to go hunt them down in the daytime.
Yeah, more than likely, yeah. Because it's hot. They're not going to want to. I mean, they're just like
which is good though.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to try to shoot, it's laying there and they can move around. It's not going to want to attack you as bad as it would.
Yeah.
Well, I thought about that and I was like, because I was going to go out there. I told him, you don't even know I'm there. I'll just go camp in the back. I'll start wandering. He's got quite a bit of land.
Yeah.
A little over 1,000 acres, I think. And so he's got, you can get lost, like you said, at your shit, like about the same size, I'm thinking. Just go hang out. But I was like, damn, at night, I was talking about night vision. I was like, this is really getting creepy.
Yeah.
Like,
you're not going to catch me out there after dark.
No. Let me ask you this, because I've talked to a few hunter buddies. They're serious hunters. They're real into it, and they think this is stupid. But I like knives, hidden knives. So I got throwing knives in my truck.
Yeah.
And if you get real good at throwing knives, it's a handy thing to have on you. You can fuck something up with a throwing knife. Like,
yeah.
If I'm out hunting, I can get a little rabbit or something with a throwing knife, not make much, whatever. But would it just be retarded to think that if I practice? No, hold on before you start laughing at ours. Because I realized now that I said this, I forgot that you got all these hunter followers, and these kind of people are like usually pretty intelligent and not as probably ran into somebody like me as much in their life. So bear with me.
Hold on.
I'm gonna practice. I'm not just gonna go out there and heave these things around. I'm gonna practice, like get good at them. I've looked into this. I've actually looked like a spear.
Oh yeah.
Like I want like a Spartan spear. There's practice spears.
Yeah.
And you buy an actual spear. I don't want to just drop it from a tree.
Yeah.
I want to get like 30 yards away and get good enough where I can stick that thing to the ground.
Well, I mean,
I wouldn't stick it to the ground, but you know what I mean? Put that thing through it.
Oh yeah.
And kill it with a spear. Because what I like about hunting. What I like about hunting is that it takes me back to cowboy and Indian days. It takes me back to before that when you're like, what'd you have? They made a bow and arrow out of some sticks and some whatever they use string for, or they made a spear, and they got good enough at throwing with a spear that they could kill things that ran.
Oh yeah. Oh no,
there's not many people that can do that. Now they have patience for it. Back then though, it was like, if I don't throw this thing and kill it, I'm going to die because I'm hungry.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was a total different,
So it's not dumb. So I'm not going to go out there and buy
There's guys that do that right now.
That would be really fun.
And
now I'd hog hunt like that, and you said you can eat them. So.
Oh yeah.
But you got to shoot the baby ones that make the worst noise when you. because a spear heaving through a baby hog's gonna just pierce my little baby heart. It's like stuck in the ground, like spinning. But I'll get over it, I guess.
Well, you're gonna have to.
Or maybe I'll be like, good shot.
Yeah, well, it would be a good shot, especially to hit one of them little turds.
But I'm really, I guess that would only make sense if you're hunting for meat, because you're not you're not killing much stuff with a spear. Like, you're not just.
No.
You know?
No, I don't see that happening anytime soon.
So hog hunting, we'll keep. But I do want to try stuff. I just like the fact of getting, like, trying to beat them at their game.
Oh, and that's exactly.
That's what I like about hunting. There's nothing wrong with hunting in a box. I'm not the kind of guy to go in a box. I've been in jail quite a bit in my life. Shit didn't make me feel good. I don't like being in little spots like that. It's just not cool.
So you're gonna comp out.
Well, it's just like, first off, you put me in the box, and like I said, I think it's great if you like it. I understand getting in the box, drinking some whiskey, having some giggles, enjoying the warmth, and then the deer walks up. Shh.
Yeah.
But you put me in a box, and then we're just hanging out there, and I got to kind of be quiet and then kind of pay attention. I'm going to forget we're hunting. I'm going to get drunk, start laughing and getting loud. Ain't nothing coming around.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the fact that the deer feeder goes off, and like I said again, because people get pissed about it, hunters get pissed, there's nothing wrong with it. But
no.
You've been feeding this deer with this noisemaker. They come out. It's like, if you're hunting people, it's like, I'm going to Golden Corral at 7. That's when everybody shows up.
Yeah.
And it's gonna pick the biggest one.
Yeah, some old girl's voice come out of the woods and sounded all sexy and said, "I'm naked and I have pizza." Yeah. You'd run over there and go check it out.
Yeah, guys be creeping everywhere. So I'm not in. I just don't want that. I want to be like, I want to earn that. I want to, like we said, that camping trip I'm gonna do where I just go that solo hike down through the Wyoming woods, like a moron that has no idea what he's doing. And if I make it out of there alive, man, that's gonna be some good shit.
Oh yeah,
because like we talk, I could legitimately probably fall down a cliff or do something stupid or get lost. Yeah. Completely lost.
Yeah, you get lost.
I never thought about getting really lost, though. Yeah. That just hit me. Like, I got to be on because out there's like, I don't think the GPS, a lot of electronics ain't working when you're out there in the mountains.
No,
like
you
that.
need to make yourself a plan for sure.
Well, I mean, I'm studying, but.
Well, you just need to know where know your directions. I mean, you can use, Google Earth, man. You can use Google Earth for a lot of that stuff, and map you out a plan. And
yeah, well, that's what I was doing, but we jumped off subject real quick. I've never been camping in the mountains. I've never been in the mountains. I'm a West Texas boy. I've been here in this flat shit where I can see as far as I can see, and I'm into this outdoor stuff. I really like it. So I'm like literally going to make a little small documentary. I'm going to do a solo hike in Wyoming mountains. It's going to go from point A to point B. It'll be I'll have to put some miles in every day, but it won't be flat like I'm used to.
Yeah.
And I literally just realized on this podcast, like, dude, I'm going to go to a place with a bunch of trees and the mountains, and I'm going to go over these hills, and everything's look the same. And I could really fuck that up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
There I go again cussing. See? I saw your eye twitch a little bit. There's probably somebody's grandma.
No. I promise you, everyone's going to understand. Yeah, that's nothing that you can take lightly,
Well, because hunting out here's different. It's like I'm lost. Yeah. Well, there's the sun's coming up over here. I mean, I can get around here.
Right.
There's a striped sun way over there.
Well, yeah, and that's
But in the mountains, it's going to be.
Well, it's going to be different. I mean, the best thing you can do if you get lost up there, is find you a stream and
find a bear to eat you and get it over quick.
Yeah.
Well,
I thought. For me, that would be better.
Right.
I wouldn't be good under the pressure, man. I'd fold in a heartbeat. I'm the first one bailing out.
33. I'm out.
It's over, man. I've had fun.
We gotta find a bear or a pack of wolves real quick. Yeah. It's getting stressful.
This is getting bad.
Well, I'm gonna do that quick hike. I'm gonna do it like a 9-day hike where I'm out there by myself, just to go through that sucky part. But that's what I want. Like, that's what I want my hunts to be like. That's my introduction, because I want to eventually. Green tree's the man. I want to do that. Go to Wyoming, hunt elk by myself, or eventually one day hunt a bear is my goal. It's lifetime goals. Shoot a grizzly bear with a bow and arrow by myself.
Yeah, man.
And bear meat's supposedly the best meat you can ever eat.
I don't know, man.
I've heard from all these hunters said bear meat. They're saying they had some black bears were eating these blueberries everywhere. Yeah. Joe Rogan podcast. They cut it up. The meat is solid blue, and it tasted like blueberries.
No, I haven't. I'm not a big,
Right.
I haven't, just been bear everywhere.
When you run a ranch, you don't really go anywhere to hunt. It's like,
yeah. But I mean, the guys that I've had the privilege to talk about their experiences, hunting bear and eating bear and all that kind of stuff. And there are guys out of Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, not anywhere else really, but and I've never had it personally. But the guys that I visit with, they say it's real. It's tough. It's kind of stringy.
Really?
Yeah, but you may be able to go up into northern Washington where, things are.
I think that's where a lot of these they're taught. I mean, a lot of these hunters are Oregon and that area.
Yeah, you get up around that area where a bear's diet could totally change.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to taste different. So,
I mean, just the fact that could you imagine sitting in a bush somewhere behind a tree and there's a monster grizzly bear so you're probably 40 yards the most away. I mean, shooting a bow even closer than that, probably 20 yards.
No.
What do you shoot a bow from anything at? Like, when you're bow hunting, you're like, I'm going to shoot this elk. Well, how far do you think you'd feel comfortable? Like, I got this shot.
I wouldn't go out for me.
And you know how to shoot. You're a good bow hunter.
I mean, I'm a decent bow hunter. I can hold my own. But for me, I don't think I'd feel much comfortable after about 50. I mean, can I go 60, 70? Yeah, I can get out there and I can target shoot and make good shots with the target, but just adding in the variables with that
50s max.
Yeah, I'd be like,
and
dude.
The question is though, you can't be I would see that's what I'm saying. So you're that level of hunter. Let's say 10 years from now I'm that level of hunter. And I take back what I said, you can't be a good hunter in 10 years. I believe I've never hunted before, but it's probably like everything else. The more you hunt, the better you are. So if you can hunt every fucking day for 2 years, you're probably going to be a pretty good hunter.
Oh, yeah. You're going to learn so many
different hunts. So, but let's say I'm at that level. Could you imagine the feeling? I'm here, the bear's where I want him. The decision is, do I max out my distance for thinking there's safety from the bear, or do I get as close as possible to make sure I kill that bear?
I think if I was going to hunt bear,
go as close as possible.
I'd stretch it out that way. I had time to pull my side on.
That's true.
Like I'm going to do all the respect, to that bear, and you're stepping into his element, like you said. You're trying
and
to
this thing's a 1,200 pound.
Yeah, he's
killing machine.
Yeah, he's going to have me ate up in no time.
Problem. Yeah,
lickety split. But I want to make a good shot on it,
Right.
And if I rip back and I mean, say it was the best shot in the world, but that bear had maybe seen me and just ignored me, and I didn't catch it that he seen me.
Yeah.
And then I shot him with an arrow, and he's already kind of nervous, and I'm kind of nervous. He's going to go to where that arrow is at. I'm going to want that time to pull out my sidearm and go to shooting.
Which my sidearm's going to be a 308, like AR style rifle. I'm just going to be dropping a 100 round mag on him.
Right. If I'm there
aren't you a bow hunter? Yeah. What's the 100 round mag in there? It's for the bears.
For safety.
I just carry him a bear for the bear. That's it. That's it. That bear wouldn't know what happened. He'd be like, I'm going to get you, and then just da.
Yeah. That'd be me.
Yeah, you're probably right. But how good would you feel? You draw back your bow. You let the air, you balls up, you let that thing go, you shoot that bear, and it goes like 2-3 steps, whatever, and it drops over, and you go, I just killed a grizzly bear with a bow and arrow, and I'm in the woods by myself.
Oh, I mean...
I just get naked and run around the bear for a little bit and do a dance.
Yeah.
I have a camera. Everything I'm going to hunt on, I'm going to put a camera on my head.
Yeah.
Because for the sheer fact that if a bear ever eats me or something by accident, I want documentation of it, just so that's pretty rad. How'd Kyle go down? He got mauled by a bear, and you get to see it if you want to. Like that guy think about the guy got eaten by a lion. Yeah, that's retarded. That sucks.
Yeah.
But, I mean, also, you got eaten by a lion. We saw it. It's like, you kind of taught some people some things, too.
Yeah, or you at least hope so.
Yeah, like, don't wear that stupid-ass hat you had on before you got out of the car, and then don't ever get out of the car. Did you see that dumbass hat he had on?
Yeah.
He deserved to almost get eaten by a lion with that stupid-ass hat on. I should have said that.
It's pretty bad.
It was bad. It wasn't even a cool safari hat at all.
No.
It was a Gilligan half safari hat.
Yeah.
But I think on that and just the whole fact of, like, say you shoot the bear, and if I'm filming it, I'm like, dude, I have that on camera forever.
No,
I can tell you the story, or I can show you the story.
Yeah. Well, I think if I was to, go shoot a bear, and a grizzly bear at that, I think I would like take a 308 Lapua and just make it like the longest shot ever made on a bear. Especially a grizzly bear.
I'll bring in the helicopter.
We'll be the only guys to pull this off. No, I don't want to get.
I know it sounds silly, and people probably listening that they're probably like, this guy's so full of shit. But
Oh, Kyle, I wouldn't.
Oh, 100% not full of shit. I promise
you. I promise you.
If
I ever, talk to you and I was like, hey, man, what the hell you doing? And you told me you were on your way to Oregon or Alaska or Washington or wherever
kill a grizzly
bear. to go kill your grizzly bear, I'd be like, what the hell are you doing, Kyle?
I Googled it, bro. I know what I'm doing. I got the right gear.
It would not, I promise, it wouldn't blow my hat back. I'd be like, well, dude.
What would you do if I came back and be like, hey, bro, I shot a grizzly bear?
I'd probably dance around naked with that thing with you.
Well, no, we would do because we could do it together. Because what I would do 100% with that bear, because I think it's good to use all the things I can use. I'd make things out of the bones, like knife handles, whatever I could.
Oh yeah.
I'd keep the skull, and then the bear skin with the head. When I go, all your hunting pack would be my jacket, and it would have the head would be over my. It would be. Yeah. I would build a full like you see in the movies that you expect that people wore back in the day with the bear head on there.
No, dude,
it would wrap all the way around me. It would keep me warm as shit.
Oh yeah, dude. If you had that going to any hunting camp,
yeah, I go to after I kill the bear, I wear it every time I hunt.
Immediately, you're the man.
The guys be like, quit wearing the bear thing. Why? All the deer are freaking out, bro. This bear's walking up on them.
Yeah, like you're instantly the man in any camp.
Because they ask you, where'd you get the bear rug from?
You're like,
sit down.
Let me tell you.
Tell a story. So I've been hunting for like 6 months, right? I told my buddy I'm getting a bow and arrow and shooting a grizzly, and I did.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't be surprised at all. I really wouldn't. And that's just the type of guy you are.
Well, I like hunting, and I talk to people that hunt. Like, you're a real hunter.
Yeah,
Stanley's a real hunter, and I know I'm so far. I know when I actually get to go, I'm gonna realize like how bad.
But I mean, coming out of the gate, Kyle. I mean, like what you're talking about. I mean, coming out of the gate, you're way more dedicated to this hunting thing than I am. And I've been doing this stuff for a long time, and I'm like, I can't even compete with this dude. Like, you going to go hunt with Kyle? Hell no.
No, that sounds terrible.
No, I'm not.
He sleeps outside.
Yeah, I ain't
it's rainy. But I just think it's cool, like, to go in and pack your elk out and just to have that story. So when I'm there eating it,
oh yeah,
like how, when shitty stuff, like the experience of it, you're like in like where I was talking about to him. I said, I know when I go out on that first day on this trip by myself out of West Texas, out of my element, the first day I'm gonna be excited. The first 10 hours is great. Yeah. Sit at my camp, get my little fire going. Oh, it's like the movies. This is beautiful. And then the darkness is gonna hit, and then I'm gonna go, holy shit. I am deep in the woods by myself, and I don't know what's going to happen. I'm scared. Should I be up high in the trees? Should I be low? Where are all the bad things?
Yeah. Well, I think just about anywhere.
But after I get through 9 days of that and get to the other end where I can get a ride back and a shower and I'm no longer pooping outside and stuff, I need food, I'm like, dude, that was pretty badass. Like, I saw some crazy shit. I feel like, because you get lit. You're now, nobody gets to see nature like, you kind of roll through with your truck and you noises and other things mess with it, so they scare shit off. But when you're out there just in there for 8, 9 days, and you're starting to get quiet, you just go sit in places. You're like, I'm just a part of this shit right now.
Oh yeah,
I mean, dude, you're also prey, but you're like, you get to watch them do what they do, and you're like, this is crazy, man. This is a lot different than what I do every day.
Oh yeah, dude, I'll be the first one to stand up, man. You can ask my friends and family and guys that's hunted with me over the years, man. I used to get made fun of all the time, like, don't let BJ drive, he'll cut off 30 minutes out of our hunting time because he ain't catching me after dark.
Yeah,
I mean, no, dude, it scares me, dude. Like I am absolutely. I'll tell you, I am absolutely terrified of the dark, dude.
Yeah,
like take out the trash. Hell no. Like you're crazy.
Go to the hallway, turn all the lights on before you get on the hallway.
Oh, dude, it drives my wife nuts, dude. Like she'll be like, happen to go to a conference or something somewhere and, do something. She'll be gone for a couple of days and she'll come rolling back up to the house.
Trash is bad.
We look like we've been like having a party.
I've never been home before dark. I got scared. She's like, BJ, the trash cans are right fucking there.
Yeah. And I'm like, man, I'm sleeping with all the lights on and all this kind of stuff. But I'll tell you the luck that I have. I got good luck and I got, this. Like, if it doesn't happen to anybody else, it'll happen to me.
Yeah.
I'm that guy. And, and all my buddies, they know that. And we were in town one night, buddies cooking barbecue. We're over there, playing washers, having drinks and stuff. And it gets brought up about a hunting story with a couple of us, and it got dark. And anyway,
you were with them?
Yeah, yeah. And they're making fun of me, you know, giving me, you know, a bunch of rash and stuff, and ha ha ha. And you know, night went on, and I was going home, and I went on home, you know, and got out of the shower and all that stuff, and I left the light on, you know, because it's what I do, you know. So I'm scared of the dark. And we live, you know, no one hears you yell. I mean, like your neighbor's not going to hear you.
Right.
You know,
You're
he's
in the
not
middle
gonna,
of nowhere.
Yeah, he's not going to hear multi-gunshots.
Right.
Even if, you know, if that be the case. But anyway.
But that goes through your head. This makes you scared of the dark.
Yeah, the things that you're scared of in the dark, you know, there's some crazy things that go through your mind, you know. And I'm laying there in bed, and we have the door to the patio is out of the master bedroom, and everything is wheelchair accessible. So, you know, we've got the handles that you can, that you can just bump, and the door opens and stuff. And so anyway, I'm out of the shower. I'm laying there in bed, you know, I'm trying to get to sleep, and, you know.
It's just you?
It's just me. It's just me and the dog and Duke, you know, hanging out with the Dukester. And the handle on the patio door is going up and down. Click, click.
Ooh, click. In the country, guys. This is in the country.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know, I'm thinking, you assholes, you know, they snuck out here behind me, and they've parked out in the pasture, and they're running in, and they're...
They'll rob you.
Yeah, well, they're doing funny stuff. You know, my buddies are just, you know, doing funny stuff to me.
Good way to get shot.
Yeah, exactly. Because, you know, now, like, you're taking me completely out of my element. You know, like, I'm scared to death.
And it's dark outside.
It's dark outside, and I don't play around.
If they cut the lights off in the house, it'd be over with.
I don't know what. I'd probably just cry.
Just put the gun down and...
Just got in the fetal position and just taking what they had to give me. But you know, so I'm yelling, you know, like I'm... You know, I mean, you can hear it in my voice. You know, I'm scared to death. I'm like, hey, you guys better cut it out, you know, and I ain't messing around, you know. And so I do this whole, like, little kid thing, you know. I'm frozen in the bed, you know, and I'm yelling. Yeah. So I melt out of bed, you know, and I do the whole, like, out of bed thing, you know, so, like, they don't see me. Yeah, the lights are on, dumbass. Like, we see you. But, you know,
I just it's bright as shit in the room. And you're like,
yeah,
trying to go stealth mode.
Yeah, like I'm just disappearing on them. Yeah,
you're in your underwear. We can.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So I get melted out of bed, and I get the lights kicked off. You know, and
it's time. Game time now.
Yeah, it's on now, you sons of bitches. And so, you know, I'm trying to look outside, you know, of course I don't see anything. And I'm thinking, did I really just lose my mind? Did I imagine this, you know? And about that time, that handle did it again. So I was like,
oh shit.
Like, oh shit, this is times 10 now. So I'm running out of the master bedroom around this little hallway and into the kitchen that has a window.
Do you have a gun by this point?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm loaded. So I'm kicking lights off as I come in. And I get up in this corner where I can look out this window and see across the patio back towards the master bedroom.
Yeah.
And so I can see if there's someone standing there or what the hell's going on. So the windows in the house, they go all the way to the floor. You know, I mean,
those are the worst kind.
Yeah, there's like a foot, or, you know, maybe it's a little taller, maybe 2.5, 3 foot ledge there that, you know. But anyway, they go all the way to the floor. So I'm sitting on my ass, looking back like this.
Yeah.
And this freaking raccoon jumped up on the windowsill where I'm sitting to look in. I lost 10 years off my life.
Did you almost shoot it?
Oh, no. Well, I did. I ran outside and shot it.
I'm glad you didn't, like, pow!
Oh, I honest to God, how I didn't make that firearm go off in my hand, you know, on an accidental discharge.
It's like a bad movie. You're looking this way, and it comes from this side.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and it just, and I know, you can only imagine. I mean,
and I know you. I bet you were pissed off at that. I bet that raccoon, when you realized it's a raccoon, you started cussing. And you went from terrified BJ to fucking, I'm ready to fight now. It's a raccoon. You got it coming, buddy. Made me pee my pants. Exactly. I'm a grown man. Yeah. I ain't telling nobody about this.
Yeah, exactly. After I screamed like a little girl and had to clean up the floor.
Man, if I lived out in something like that, I would 100% have safe rooms built in my house. I'd 100% have. You think I'm playing? I'd have a way that if something like that were to happen, I'd have areas in my house like I'd put perches. And like people, do you think I'm kidding? Like you want to play games with me? I shut the lights off. I climb up in this perch. You're not looking for me up here. Yeah. You walk in and I'll go ahead and buy some $500-$600 night vision goggles and boop, let's play, motherfuckers. And you shoot. So you're not like me. They're gonna be terrified. See, here's the difference in you killing them and me killing them. They come in your house like 2 guys, pop, pop, they die. 2 guys come in my house, everything is shot to shit. One guy's got a kneecap missing, the other guy's got a shoulder wound, and they're like thinking it's like Afghanistan. They're like, what? And they're terrified. Just guns fire until I'm out, and they hear click, 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 and then me jumping down from the perch, like coming to them, like, oh my God. Sorry, boys, I can't shoot, but I can swing this hammer real good.
Yeah, no, I don't want to play with them.
Yeah.
I
would have some sort of plan for that. Like it wouldn't be.
My plan is just to run.
It wouldn't be go Play-Doh mode out of the bed.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, seriously. I mean, if they would have been a bad situation, other than that coon.
Well, I'm just wondering what would have happened if somebody's like,
well, I swear,
if
dude,
somebody kicked the door and they came running in real quick, you're still trying to melt out of the bed. You're in this awkward position. They can run in your.
Oh yeah, dude. I promise you, if that had been like a real case robbery, and I would have reacted in that situation the same way.
They'd have got you.
No, hands down, they'd have got me. But they could have posted that shit on YouTube, and they'd be millionaires.
Somebody paid for him to get out of jail. Yeah. That guy had it coming. Did you see how he got out of that bed?
Look at this dumbass.
He's like doing the little kid slide out of the bed, but they shot him. He's in his cowboy underwear with his little like rodeo bulls and shit.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
That'd be a terrible way to go. Everything about people that think about it, I would be like, well, I don't think a little less of the guy, but it's like drowning in the swimming pool on the cruise ship in the middle of the ocean. That's like that bad.
Yeah. Of all the crazy dumb things that I've
you went down sliding like getting totally shit scared because you don't like the dark and you just try to melt out of your bed.
Yeah,
with no reaction time to get. You have guns all over your house. Yeah. Guys littered with guns. He can kill you in any whim. Like any room's got probably a gun in it. He's like, he just couldn't move fast enough. He was petrified. Why? It was daytime, it'd be totally different. Yeah. BJ would have chopped these boys down, but at nighttime had him fucked up. He couldn't see nothing.
Had me gone. That's my weakness, man.
And you live in the country. That's a way to be.
Yeah.
So when you're out
like
there,
way out in the country.
So you don't even go out like in the truck at nighttime out there?
No.
Really?
No. Hell no. I'm not going out there, dude.
That's what I want to go out there. Like if I would go.
Well, you come out there anytime you want.
If I was like, the way your house is set up, you're like kind of towards the corner of one area. I would want to be as far away. I would want you to take me right about sunset, right before it gets dark, like 20 minutes before it gets dark. Drop me the farthest corner away.
Okay.
And let me just come on back in. Is it real far? Is that like way too? Like, it's a lot of land, so I don't know exactly.
Well,
I'd have to run the whole night to make it back to your house.
Well, I mean,
or could I walk it in? Pretty much.
Well, it'd be 13 miles.
Oh, I could walk that in.
Yeah, so I mean, it wouldn't be undoable. I mean, it's just a lot of fences, and
I would love to do that and just see what happens at nighttime. I wouldn't have any lights on. I'd probably carry a little bit of night vision, maybe a couple of flashlights. I wouldn't have them on for the most part, and I just do my best to guide myself towards your house and just see what kind of adventures happen along the way.
Well,
how cool would it be? I come strolling up in the morning time, smelling like an old foot. And you're up there like, son of a bitch, he made it back.
He's alive.
He didn't get lost or nothing. He just came straight back.
Oh, there's no doubt. I know you could do it, but
I just did experience it because, like you said, it's dark, and I've never been out in the country. That's not even Wyoming woods. You know what I'm saying? That's something kind of local. Yeah,
it'd be a good
terrifying.
spot for you.
I'd be terrified the entire time. Don't get me wrong. I would be 100% almost about to shit my pants every time I heard a noise.
Yeah,
but I would want to do that for the sheer fact that I'm so scared of it. Like I can't be this scared of it. Well, I always think like cavemen and cowboys and knights, and they used to just walk around this shit all the time. That's just how they hung out. They're just part of it. So I can't be. Or again, I don't want to be too soft. I'm trying to get.
Well,
as unsoft since like we talked like the culture of it's soft. So like I don't want to be too soft.
Oh, well, I mean, everyone has their weakness.
I mean, because think about it,
and that's mine. Like I can't win.
Think about it. It's
I'm
like
not getting in there.
If you're in a, say you're at your house. Let's say the same situation. All of a sudden, some guys come rolling up. They know about something. They come rolling in this other way with some trucks, and they're smart though. They even shut the lights off to your house. Boom, and you're like, whew. And you see the headlights of the trucks rolling up. The only thing that's going to keep you from fighting these guys isn't the trucks. Isn't them having? It's not the men.
No,
it's the darkness.
Yes,
you're going to be in your bed going.
Yeah.
And they're going to just walk up in there and go, boop. That's easy.
It's
like a Superman, like in kryptonite. You can't do nothing with that kryptonite around him.
No, man, that's it.
We can take his shoes off him right now.
Yeah,
he won't stop us one bit.
That's it, man. That's my weakness, dude. I ain't doing it.
I didn't know that.
Oh, my
because yours cowboy as it gets.
Yeah, dude, man, and it used to.
You have a picture you grabbing a mountain lion. Like he showed me a picture. This dog. First of all, you guys want to say you love your dog. You don't know love. And this isn't even Duke. I don't even know whose dog. If this is even your dog at the time, this isn't even his dog.
Yeah,
because if it was Duke, he probably would have been on the back of him with a knife.
But
this dog is about to get ate up, and this mountain lion's not small. I mean,
no, it's a big one.
And even if it was small, who gives a shit? It's a mountain lion, but it was a big mountain lion, and it's like going after the dog, and BJ runs up and has it by the tail. I wish I could bought that. I gotta learn this shit better so I can. Because geez, I'd bring your Instagram up right now. I'm like, y'all, he's holding, and this mountain lion isn't like laying there like. When you told me that thing, it's kind of like looking. This thing's like attacking. There's dirt and shit flying in it. It's action packed. Like,
it's action packed picture.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
and you're scared of the dark.
Yeah. No,
dude, he's one lonely night out in West Texas. The door handle rattles. BJ can't melt himself out of the bed. But middle of the day, he'll attack a fucking mountain lion. Get away from that guy's dog. Not even my dog.
Yeah.
Not happening, dude.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a lot of sense sometimes either.
That's crazy that you're scared. I didn't know that. Like, you're legitimately scared of the dark.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude.
So if your wife listens to this, she's going to laugh and go, he's scared of the dark.
Julie, she knows for sure, man. She messes with me all the time. She enjoys it.
I bet your wife's about like mine. I bet she's like,
yeah, no, that's
this guy.
I don't know how I feel sorry for her. She's such a good woman.
I can 100% like. I know how you feel, and I agree with you. I feel sorry for her because I know. I'm sure she's like, what's he screaming for right now? What happened? There's probably something out there, guys. BJ would tell me these stories. We'd be in this little pumping truck, Ford F-150 single cab. He's telling old cowboy rodeo stories or whatever he's saying, or else somebody pissed him off back in the day. And he's telling the story, and it's a normal story. But then he like goes back, and he legitimately gets just as mad as he did back then, right there in the truck. And I'm like, and he goes nuts in there. So I can imagine his wife's probably sitting outside and hanging out, and all of a sudden she hears just screaming and cussing, and it's like because the remote's stuck between some cushions too tight. I don't know, something silly.
Yeah, man.
Guns. What happened? Oh, I dropped a glass of milk.
Can't be having that. Man.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, and that's that's what we were talking about earlier, man. Just the blessings, that we've been, both of us, have been fortunate for on the road that it took me to get to where I'm at now, and it's just nuts.
Yeah.
And I look back and I think, with all the stuff that, and just the people and the interactions and just the decisions, not like we just made bad decisions, but I mean,
made plenty of those.
Yeah. I mean, I could fill your truck up with bad decisions that I've made, but just to always find your way and staying hooked on what you really thought was right, because I don't feel like I've so much changed on my moral values of who I am.
Right.
I think I've stuck to that, and it, it's
you ain't no different.
Yeah,
just because you fly helicopters and shit now, you still seem the same.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you're scared of the dark and you admit it. That's pretty good.
Yeah, like we get to do a lot of cool stuff, man. And it was over just the right people, the right circumstances, and things fell right. But I mean, you take me back to
the pumping truck. We're telling them stories. Yeah, we were way different. I was in a way different spot. I'm sure you were too.
Oh yeah.
I was an absolute maniac.
Oh, I was a terror, man.
Like if somebody took me out, like if I got smoked by like a sniper, the world might have been he'd just been a little bit better at the time. There's gonna be some things that did get broken or something.
Yeah. Well, there was a.
Like I said, I would not associate with that guy.
Oh no.
Couldn't have him around the house.
No,
he didn't steal or nothing. He was just too. You never knew what the hell was going to happen.
You just never knew what was going to happen.
Yeah,
I'd never been a thief or a liar or anything like that.
No, but it's like to have a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, a ton of fun, and I didn't think anything of the consequences.
Nah.
It was like it sounded like a good idea at the time.
I'm in the middle of it, and I'm like, ooh.
I mean, there were some things that like we did, like when we were in high school and stuff, that I'd be scared to say now. Like,
yeah,
you know
what though? I can't lie. I mean, I'm just a different kind of. My kids asked me, "You ever to jail, Dad?" On the way to school one day, yeah. How many times? Shit, way more than you need to be.
What stupid?
I'm just dead honest with them. And because I don't know, I'm like, I can lie to them, but they're going to find out eventually. So I'm just like, yeah. And they're like, what for? Oh, this and this and this and this and this. And I tell them why you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Things like that. So.
Yeah, you need to listen.
Yeah. I mean, because I feel like if I don't, they're going to find out. Or it's better to know, like, hey, dude, my dad already told me about that shit.
Right.
Like, I've made enough mistakes that are that bad that I think I can tell my kids and they go, no, I'm good. Why? I've seen my dad. I've already seen him do that. Don't be doing that. Why am I seeing my dad do that? You shouldn't do that.
Right. Well, and I mean, that just goes back to just being honest, And that's the only way to be, dude. I mean, and it sucks, dude, sometimes. It's hard, man. It's hard to take sometimes.
I was saying, if somebody gets mad because you're telling the truth, it's probably because it's the truth.
Exactly.
If you get mad about it, it's probably because it's the truth.
That's the nail on the head.
It's like, you can't be mad at me. You can't be mad at me, but really you're mad at yourself for what I'm saying. That's what's
just in the pumping world and,
Yeah.
And they're going to, if I left a valve closed or something, it was like, oh, dadgummit.
Right.
Did you leave that valve closed? Yep, I missed it.
Mm-hmm.
Just own up to it. Because if you don't, they're going to know.
Right. Like I said that story, I had some law troubles. And a lady asked me, I had extra stuff in the car. I had some stuff in the car. I was very honest with her. And you couldn't ask for a more cordial police officer. She was like, thank you. And she did the best she could to make it as painless as possible. You know what I mean? But it was honest. You could have been like, nope. And she'd be like, well, get out of the truck. And then she's like, well, what's this, you silly son of a bitch? I'm like, oh, what is that? I don't know what that is.
My bad, dude.
Oh, yeah, and then then they're going to stick it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, you been drinking today? You been drinking and driving? Nuh-uh. Yeah. Oh, you haven't?
Yeah. Yeah, you're done, dude.
Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and tell a little drink and driving story that he thought was funny. We were driving earlier today, and I said, yeah, right there where you passed. When you exit off of a service road from our little main loop, it merges itself onto just a little main strip of the highway.
Little 4-lane highway there.
I pull about to right where you're in the middle of the road to where you should just be traveling at 40 miles an hour at about 2 o'clock in the morning. After a long night of just having way too much fun, I think I was with you, remember? Yeah. I was with all the Pioneer guys. That's when it happened.
Yeah.
The Foremans were there.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the exact night. And what was crazy is I didn't feel bad. I didn't feel anything until it was like, then I don't remember nothing. It was like that. Right. So I drive, and literally, I don't know what's going on in my brain. I can't tell you all what was happening. I just saw the video. And I guess I drove my truck to literally where you should be in the road traveling at 40 miles an hour. And I said, you know what? This is as far as I need to be driving. I'm obviously way too intoxicated to be doing this. I'm parking it. I put my truck in park. I kick my seat back. And I take me a little nap. And when the officers pulled up on me, there's no telling how long I had been there.
Yeah.
Could have been 15 minutes, could have been an hour.
Yeah.
He gets up on me, and they knock on the window for a long time, and you finally start seeing me rustling around a little bit. And I just, as nice as could be, I let him in the door. Well, every time, by the way, before you think I'm a bad guy, every time I've been arrested, every officer that arrested me went to have to be there anyway. Yeah. Went to the judge in the court hearing or whatever and said, you couldn't have had a more respectable guy. Yes or no, sir.
You got me.
This is the best. Yeah. Like I said, my job was to get away. Your job is to catch me. Congratulations.
You got the tater.
Yeah, you got the tater. I should be off the road. Look at me. I'm sleeping in the middle of Midland Drive or whatever road it was.
You get out. Shit, I can't. You get in.
Yeah.
You got in. We went to jail.
Well, and that's a big problem with that. First of all, there was obviously I was drunk, and I didn't do much talking that time because I couldn't.
Yeah.
I physically, nothing works. When I start drinking, my tongue goes away like quick.
Yeah.
So the cops are like, yeah, you haven't been drinking, but you sound retarded. You sound like you have a mouthful of rocks right now. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was one of my good DWI stories. They literally parked, he opened the door up, put me in his car, and cruised me on in. I don't know what happened to my truck. I'm sure they towed it. But to think, I'm 33 now. That was probably when I was 20. I was 8, 9, 23, 10 years ago, which isn't that long.
No.
But how different I am from that moment. I literally get nervous to drink now because of stuff like that. But the person that was there that day drinking and driving to here now is totally, that dude was crazy.
Yeah.
Who gets so drunk, they park their car in the middle like, this is it.
I'm done.
But you know what's good? Hopefully, like my brain was like, hey, dude, you're going to kill somebody or yourself. You should probably just park here in the middle of the road and just take what's coming to you.
Yeah, just take what's coming is better.
Because I couldn't tell you what's going on in my brain.
Yeah, that's probably just
But the video, I think I still have it. And if I can find it and put it on this computer, we're all going to watch that shit. Because it's hilarious.
Well, and I can't say, I never did. We got, I got thrown in the drunk tank.
There's no cowboy that can. And if you know what, let me tell you something right now. If you're a cowboy and you ain't been thrown in some sort of drunk tank, you're not a cowboy. And you're damn sure not a rodeo cowboy.
Yeah. Yeah, although we got plenty of mischief, ornery stuff, trouble. But there was a time that, growing up, that being up in the Panhandle and, it was cold. And I mean, that's one of the coldest places on the planet.
That place is a weird place.
Yeah, it is. And, we didn't want a cowboy. We didn't want to do this. We didn't want to do that. So we had a buddy, and we were like, hey, man, can you get us on building barges down in off the coast of Alabama, in Mobile, Alabama? And he's like, hell yeah, man, I'll get you guys on. Come on. So we get down there. We fly from Amarillo, Texas into... I
didn't know that.
Yeah. We fly from Amarillo into New Orleans. We meet up with this guy, and we're going from New Orleans down to Mobile, Alabama. And he's like, man, I got some bad news, dude. I lost my contract. I'm not doing these barges. And we're like, well, shit. What the hell are we supposed to do, He's like, but don't sweat, man. I got you a job on a shrimp boat. A shrimp boat? What the hell? We don't know nothing about no damn shrimp boat. I don't even know anything about a boat,
No, I'm not getting in the ocean.
Yeah, yeah.
There's animals way bigger than that boat in there.
Oh yeah. And so, we're quoting Forrest Gump and all.
But you have to. Oh, and Forrest Gump's out by now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're,
But you have to at this point.
Oh yeah. I mean, we didn't. I mean, we could have went back home like, with our tails tucked between our legs, which we got to keep. Yeah, you little shits won't last,
Yeah.
Time. All right, we're going. And so anyway, we get out there and we're having fun and, learning.
So you worked on a shrimp boat?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was crazy, dude. It was nuts, man. I mean, it was cool, but it was.
How long did you work on a shrimp boat?
It's about 9 months.
What? What is it? Isn't it like sketchy ass work?
Oh yeah, I mean dude, these guys, I'm telling you, man, the second you cross that, Mason-Dixon line, whatever they talk about, dude, you can roll your watch back 20 years for sure.
Yeah,
I mean, you could go right now and roll your watch back 20 years.
They're still watching like Demolition Man just barely came out and shit down there.
Yeah,
like
dude, it's just a third world country, man. It's crazy.
I bet so safety on that boat was like not like the oil field.
We jumped off one day. We were like, we wanted, because the dolphins, the porpoises or dolphins, I don't know, but they're out there riding the wake, off the side of that boat. We just, we're a bunch of ding dong, from redneck cowboy guys from the Panhandle. We're like, oh man, flipper, dude, we'll jump in there and get this thing tamed up in no time.
It'll be a bunch of cowboys. We'll be like water cowboys. We'll have dolphins. We'll ride them. We'll make saddles and everything.
Yeah. We're going to hustle us up.
We'll be like pirates on dolphins.
Pirates on dolphins.
Steal shrimp boats.
Yeah. And so, we jump off the side of this thing with one of them, life-saving devices,
Yeah.
And it's me and my cousin.
Freezing cold water?
Oh, my God. Yeah, it was cold. And second we hit the water, they're like, hey, them sharks follow them shrimp boats. Dude, me and Jesus.
They do.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't care. I'm sure that it makes sense for them to. But
dolphins flying around everywhere.
Yeah. So, they're like, hey, them sharks follow them nets, dude. Me and Jesus got a lot of stuff in common, but we got one that's really cool. We can both walk on water. Because, dude, that guy got to laughing so damn hard. And this wasn't like some big shrimp boat like you see on like Forrest Gump. It was a little smaller boat. But anyway, I mean, coming up out of that water, dude. No, don't even bother about the ladder, dude. Yeah. One lick, dude. I'm back in that freaking boat.
Dude, I've said it many times on this podcast. I am fucking terrified of the ocean.
Oh man!
Because first of all, we're the worst built things to ever. We don't move in the ocean. There's nothing in the ocean we're ever outrunning ever.
No. And
then it's so deep. I thought of what could be like. You're in the ocean. I would never jumped in. I wouldn't care about them dolphins. I'd watch them. I'm like, that's great.
Well,
first of all, I probably would have got on the boat. Like we had to go to the Bahamas next. I go to the Bahamas like 3 weeks. I don't like flying, and because I just don't like. I I just don't trust those I don't trust men that build shit because shit breaks all the time. Like the Titanic, it's never going to sink. Didn't make it out the first one, buddy.
Yeah.
So, and like all these planes, anyway, I can handle that, but we got to fly over the ocean. So I'm like, damn, if I'm going to wreck in a plane, I'd rather be into a mountain so it's over with. Like, boom, done. You hit the ocean, you might have to float around and get picked off by a shark for 7 days or something. But you have to go to the Bahamas. We're going to swim with dolphins, and then we're going to do a deep sea fishing thing.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude.
Everybody's like, oh, it's going to be great, blah, blah. And she signed us up for it. She didn't realize, like, I'm fucking terrified of that right now. Just to be on that boat, and I don't know how far we go out, but deep sea means, like, I probably won't see any land.
Yeah, you're going to...
That's when I'm going to get weirded out right there.
Yeah, you're going to go out.
When I can't see no land, I'll be like, all right, man. And like a little boat probably, it's like a fishing boat, so I'm going to be super, I'm going to be like, you want to fish? No, I just want to stand right here.
Yeah.
And wait till we go back in. Because I'm going to have a hard, because the way my brain works, I start thinking like, we're in the ocean, this little boat, and the ocean's huge, it's this deep, and I start going off down the rabbit hole in my own brain. And like elevators. We went and got a hotel, dude. This elevator, this is like this weekend. This elevator, it made the, like you could hear it down the hallways in the rooms every time. It was sound like a motor's going out. Like if you walked up on an electric motor on one of your pumps, you'd be like, oh, that thing's about to go out.
Yeah.
We're on the top floor, 11th floor. I had to ride this thing. Dude, I am terrified of the ocean, planes, and elevators. Well, because you're just in a box. You're just screwed.
Yeah.
And I was like, this sucks, man. If I had to fly a plane, land on an aircraft carrier, and then take an elevator to the bottom of the aircraft carrier, I'd pass out. I couldn't take it. I have a friend that was in the Navy, Matthew Cox. He always listens on here. I don't know what he does now, but he lived in a submarine.
Yeah.
That's why his whole Navy was in a submarine. They would dock, or I want to call it, they'd hit the ocean floor. Sorry for screaming. What's this freaky? The bottom of the ocean in a tube, and they would stay there for 9 months.
Yeah, no, I couldn't do that, dude.
Didn't bother him a bit. He's that psychopath. He's like, he saw people go crazy.
Oh, I imagine, dude. You're in a submarine, man. That's some tight quarters anyway.
Well, he said it's such a big thing. There's people you might not even meet sometimes. He's like, but every door is small. Everything's small.
Oh,
even
yeah.
though it's so big. Like you would run and do exercises. He said you'd like have to dip between the doors and stuff. Like,
no, I couldn't do that.
I could not lay. You talking about going to Wyoming at nighttime and sleeping in a tent? That ain't shit.
Yeah.
You're talking about a tube under 1,000, however deep you're underwater.
Oh, a long ways, man. That's a lot of pressure.
And you just got for 9 months, you're just going to be there. Like, if something goes wrong, are there escape pods? Like, how does this work? There's not.
Yeah, no, that's where
that is too. I couldn't lay in that bed and go to sleep. I'd be one of the crazy people. I'd be the one I couldn't handle. That'd be the one I couldn't do.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that one.
No, I don't think I could do that.
I couldn't do that.
But you'll be fine.
You'll be fine. Like once I'm out there, and once I get far enough in there, like you said, I'll be like, I'm already 30 miles in. I got another 30 to go. I might as well just keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be fine.
I'll see a few bears. I'll scare them off like a badass. Get it on camera.
Hell yeah, dude.
Throw a spear at a hog.
Do it.
I'm not going to wear a shirt for most of it if I keep from it. Just because.
I wouldn't either.
If I can find something to bleed on me, I'm going to. If I got to find what I'll do is like find a rabbit and like cut it. Hopefully I find like a big one. If I find like a dead bear carcass that was like freshly killed by another bear or something, and just like put blood all over me, and like get my knife out and be like, here, so come at me. I didn't want to, but I had to. He was an older feller, but I had to take him out. All I had was my pocket knife. My bear spray missed.
Yeah, it sounds like
bear spray. They say works better than a gun.
Yeah, that's what I hear, man.
You got to let it get close.
See, man, that's just. And seriously, man, like that could probably be like the worst thing that could ever happen to you.
Yeah, but yeah. If you really got a hold of you, that's a vicious way to die.
Oh man, it'd be horrible.
But if you shot a bear with a bow and arrow and took it home,
like
you said, when you're sitting around talking stories, how many hunters are you bump into tons of hunters?
Oh yeah.
How many got bow and arrow kills on a bear, a grizzly bear?
None that I know of.
There's the water cooler story right there. Everybody's. What'd you do? This and this? You just wait to the end. You're like, oh, wait till I bust this one out on a BJ. Oh, yeah? Well, I shot a bear this weekend with a bow and arrow.
Yeah. No, I can't talk that, man.
Well, shit. We could talk for 4 hours. I know you got to get back. He has to drive like 3 hours home.
Yeah, man. I got to get home.
We're already an hour and a half into it. And I was trying to go past an hour.
Oh, hell yeah, man. Well, this has been great.
Fuck yeah.
I've really enjoyed it, man. It's
been
yeah. Awesome.
I'm going to go out to his land as soon as I can, get some more days off. And one day I'm going to go do some silly stuff out there. I'll film it. And then I'll start posting all that shit.
Yeah, man, it'll be a good time.
I'll go out there and break my leg, and he'll be like, "So Kyle got dropped off last night. He should for sure be here by now. Should we go look for him? I want to be at the bottom of some like river with a snapped femur bone, getting eaten by fucking feral cats."
It could happen.
Somebody let a bunch of like kittens out years ago, and they just bred not mountain lions, like kittens,
Yeah.
Just you're like, oh, we pulled up on him. There's 17 cats just eating his face.
Well, we'll come up with something really cool.
Yeah, man. Like throw me down I don't know, man. Do something cool.
Yeah, no, we'll
don't tell what really happened.
We'll long line you and I'll drop you.
Yeah, we'll do something. Yeah,
You
or
know,
like
if you're already
maybe
dead,
if y'all could really do something like with some of the insurance my wife gets, you front the bear, the grizzly bear, and let him loose out in y'all's area.
Yeah,
and we'll just say the bear got me, and then she'll throw you the dough for the bear after the insurance money drops, and you'll be covered that way the bear, and then you could kill the bear or some pick it up and take it the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? But just for covering me.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, what happened? Well, like looked like about a mile and a half into his trip, he fell down this gully in the dark, which I told him not to be walking in the dark, but he did anyway.
Yeah,
and that's what happened. Feral cats ate his face off.
Yeah, we'll cover. We'll get you
bear attack.
Bear attack.
They're like, how? Bear attack? In Sterling City.
Bear attack.
Well, it's Exotic Game Ranch, and this is a vicious bear. They had to like extract it from this place that was just killing all the other bears.
Yeah. Yeah, so we took
Kyle.
it.
Yeah, Kyle was saying he wanted to knife hunt it, and we found the bear, and he had about 47 stab wounds. But Kyle just couldn't handle him, man. That bear almost died, though.
He almost got him.
Let's get out of here, dude.
All right, dude.
All right, everybody. I appreciate it. We're out of here.
Hell yeah.
Later. And we go. See now, right here, you gotta click live, and see. I look silly right now for everybody. Now we're.